Well, we can now talk to Mr. Taiwo Taiwo. He's the chairman of MBA chapter in Lagos. Morning, and thank you for joining us. We're talking about the judiciary now, but what can you tell us? Do you think that at the moment it's not exactly looking good? And as a matter of fact, if you have been listening in, what would you suggest that the judiciary does to gain a lot more confidence from the people?
You see, the problem about the issue of judiciary is the press has popularized the judiciary to the point of trying to erode the confidence the people have in the judiciary, especially as regards political cases, and of course, all these big-time cases, EFCC matters and stuff like that.
Give us an example.
The point is this: you have to prove your case beyond reasonable doubt for the judge or the court to give judgment in favor of the prosecution. But I want to say, with all due sense of humility, that the judiciary that we have now, especially I'm talking of Lagos now, you cannot really fault the judiciary, so to say. But I know that all hands are on deck to make sure that this issue is normalized.
When you say...
Now, I listen to you, really. I listen to you about the issue of punishing the disciplinary committee or lawyers or EFCC probing into somebody's account and stuff like that. Yes, it's a welcome development as long as it is not vindictive, as long as it does not erode the privacy of the lawyer or Nigerians in general, because you can't just, without any reasonable reason, ask my bank to furnish you with my statement of accounts. You know, a lot of things are subject to abuse in Nigeria. So I want a situation whereby there will be stopgaps to check abuse of this privilege by our security agencies.
All right. When you say the press has overpopularized the judiciary when it has to do with some matters politically, that has to, political cases, could you shed some more light on this? Because there may be those who don't quite get the point.
Yes, you see, the point is this. Look at cases that are being that are brought to court, especially political cases. The way it's being reported, you find out that a day or two before judgment, some journalists go to town. Oh, this is the way people are waiting. People are waiting for Daniel to come to judgment. You know, all these issues are issues that should be left to the judiciary to decide. When you start preempting a judge, they are human beings. They buy papers just like you and I. And they start reading, oh, the heavens will fall if it doesn't go this way. There's something will crash if it doesn't go this way. I mean, you are sort of putting them in a cage, like sort of trying to tie their hands by saying this is public opinion or public perspective on this matter. You see, journalists should try and learn to not to talk about or write about any case that is in court, especially 2 or 3 days to judgment or a week to judgment. Why can't they wait till after judgment is delivered? Then they can do an analysis of that judgment, which is allowed.
Mr. Loide, yes. What do you think about that?
Well, my name is Taiwo is still watching. Good morning, sir. Now,
good morning.
My own take is this. Journalists will always do their job. Their job is to write, to pass comments on matters of public interest. The judiciary in Nigeria should not be different from the judiciary in any society that is practicing full democracy. You all are aware that recently, for instance, the Apple Samsung case, speculations all over the media houses. This is likely to be the decision. This is what will happen. Public comment. That should not stop any judge who has a bold mind to do his or her job. They still came out. The decision in an American court was different from the decision in the Korean court. They did their job. In Nigeria, it should not be different. When the case of Obamacare, whether it was a tax or not, it was all over the world. They were speculating. They even speculated about what this particular judge in the Supreme Court will say. This one is liberal, this is a Democrat, this is this, conservative, this one is against, is anti-life, pro-life. And at the end of the day, it was a split decision. The press commented. They called professors who knew some of the judges while they were together and said, this is the way this man thinks. I agree that, yes, the press, they talk more about political cases and economic crime cases, stealing cases. Why wouldn't they? That's the way they make their money. I mean, you won't say, just like lawyers will say, you can't tell me not to defend a person who has been accused of a crime because he's presumed innocent until proven guilty. That's the way we do our job. But some Nigerians can't understand that.
But do you think that, sometimes the press gives informed opinions on when they discuss some of these issues? Do they misinform the public or misreport the cases? Maybe that's what
there are so many instances where cases have been misreported. For instance, the issue of creation of local government between Lagos State and federal government, Obasanjo's period, Tinubu Obasanjo, the big fight. There was a lot of misreporting. It's still being misreported till today. And that's because the people who are reporting, they have not taken the pains to read the judgment of the Supreme Court. So they depend on the politicians to interpret the decision of the court. And that is wrong.
Which is very, very bad. But again, you just try to draw some kind of analysis or comparison between what we see in other parts of the world, specifically America, and what happens here in Nigeria. And you get to see all of this media buzz, media analysts, legal analysts go on air and it discuss all of these issues. But in Nigeria, we're likely to always say they are subjudice, even though, some of them, they say they're still very much debatable.
The fact that the matter is sub judice does not preclude discussions on the case. In terms of our own rules of professional ethics, what it says is that if you are a lawyer involved in the matter, you should not make comments. You should not start discussing it as a matter of public opinion. I mean, when you are outside the courtroom, so long as you are principal persons or counsel in the matter. But it does not preclude the press from inviting lawyers who are not involved in the matter to come and talk about it. Because our rules do not allow us to argue our cases in the court of public opinion. So if you are involved, you must keep it within the court. But for me, for instance, if I'm not involved in the Ibori case, there's nothing that says I can't talk about it. Judges are human beings though, but I mean, if you swear to an oath that I am a judge and I'm going to dispense justice fearlessly, being fearless includes not being perturbed by the comments in the courts of public opinion. You are supposed to be isolated, insulated.
Okay.